Thanks for sticking around. See, I didn't say welcome back. I'm so proud of myself. I'm still Christine, and this is still Renee, and I'm going to say Hale and not Holly, although I do get that aloha vibe from you.
I'd love to be in Hawaii.
I would too. Oh, a little humid over there, too.
That's right.
That's the humidity is what's driving us all mad here. We're talking about our very fantastic and latest business venture, because you're so many things. You're a talented performer, very astute and savvy businesswoman, and then when your mom passed, you and your sister followed your mom's wishes and intuition and decided to celebrate her life. You threw a party, turned your sister's home into a nightclub, and then in your heart you felt driven to share that type of more joyful departure with others, because and even pets, which is awesome. And the cultures too. I like that you've addressed all the different cultures, and because that's important.
It is. There are a lot of customs and traditions that need to be handled as well.
Right, and they can be incorporated, I would imagine, into a lot of celebrations. So that brings to mind, have you? And I know that the venture's relatively young. You've been working very hard on it. Now you're ready to really bring it out and help people get through that. Is there anything that you don't think you could do, as far as with all your research into the cultural differences? Is there something that...
I never say never.
Okay, because it's forever.
It's forever. And I don't say can't. I say, how can we do this? Or how can we make this happen? So I have not had the opportunity to say this is just not going to happen.
Right. But I would imagine, like, if somebody wanted to do some really, and it's personal, hip-hop stupid thing or something with guns or...
Well, when guns or weapons are involved, unless it's going to be a toy one in a dance routine that has no bullets,
like that.
I'm not doing that.
I don't know. People have come up with the craziest things of late, but I just really commend you. I know that just by sitting right here with Renee, you just exude all this positive energy. Now you're exuding back on stage because you took the 20-year hiatus.
Right.
You're at the Italian American Club once a week now? Or?
Well, I'm there basically once a month. I do that once a month. I am running two businesses, so it's a little difficult.
But it's your joy, isn't it? Is that like...
That is so much fun. So much fun. And I've got a wonderful following. Some terrific people come out to see me there. Of course, they said I've got such a big Jewish crowd, they're going to add matzo ball soup to the menu.
That's okay. I love it. That's a fun crowd.
Absolutely.
And I love the Italian American Club. I keep reiterating, I'm going to have to get, what's his name, the general manager. I'm going to have to get him on the show here. Because there are so many, revival things going on
So many
there.
great shows. We just had Jay Ramsey and Jerry Brown, who were the Expressions back in the 70s and 80s, which was one of the greatest bands. They were celebrating their 76th birthday, and they did this fabulous show. Fabulous show.
I've had Don Hill of the Trinaires on here, and Jeannie Brigg. I always got to give a shout out to Jeannie. And everybody is so happy to be able to get back into that. And I noticed the crowd there. I've been to a couple events. People do dress. They dress again.
They do, like the old days.
The food is fantastic.
Fabulous.
Really good. It's amazing. I've been going to the Italian American Club since I moved here in the 80s. And I remember, when the bartender would go on vacation and you go, well, when's Mike coming back? And they'd go, well, 2 years. So it was back when it really was kind of. Yeah. But now it's a whole new. And Angela and Nancy, hello. The president. Casaro. Yeah. I don't know why I tripped on that. I've known them for years. They've done a good job.
Wonderful people.
So, go to the Italian American Club too. Okay, they owe me now. And check out some of the schedule of upcoming entertainment. When's your next gig?
It's going to be August or September. I'm taking some time to get rolling with the business.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, this is up. The website's up.
Website's
Are you
up.
Actually booking celebrations?
Yes. You can give me a call, fill out the form and send it, and I will be there. I will contact you. And
have you done several celebrations so far?
I've done a few. I've done quite a few, and I'm pre-planning now as well, and a couple of folks have asked me to pre-plan their parents and even their celebrations. So we've got that all worked out.
I think that's wonderful. And then once you plan it, then you put it away and you forget about it until that day does come.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm a real softie, and I don't like people to know that. But I can cry. Just the weirdest things make me cry. Do you, when somebody's so grief-stricken, and don't even want to say this, but I think if there's a child involved, I don't know that that's a good idea. You haven't had any children's celebrations. I don't know that
Right.
would.
I don't know that would work.
No.
No. That's a little bit different.
Yeah,
situation.
that's a totally different situation. However, anybody's going to be heartbroken. Are you good with the hanky and the shoulder and how?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
I'm the Jewish mama.
Oh, good. So just put it right here, baby.
And I'll take care
got
of
you.
you. I got you.
I really love that, and this is a niche that needed to be filled. I think.
I think so. I think it's the time. The millennials have a different way of thinking, and I love them, and I get it. I don't think this would have worked 20 years ago.
Right.
I think our thinking was different, and this is a different way, a different thought process.
Right. And you're right. I just thought of that as well.
Right.
People are more open.
People are very open now.
Things that are more spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're not as afraid of, I don't know.
Yeah.
As
stepping out of the box.
Right, exactly. I do that all the time.
Yeah,
Look what it's
called.
Everything's out of the box at my house. This is really great. And I say that, well, just think outside the box. It's like, we don't want to be boxed in.
No.
I'm going to take a minute to do a couple call outs, and I'm real excited, and that's why I asked you about your website. I'm having My Vegas Only Entertainment site. It's totally redesigned. It just amazes me to look at it. I almost feel like I'm getting a new car because I've driven that old website for 6 years, doing all the work myself, and now I hired a wonderful webmaster. I'll be talking about him once I launch my new site. And we're incorporating That's So Vegas, the show. So your segments here will be up on my new site in a couple weeks.
Great.
And I'll be sharing that all over. I had a wonderful little weekend. I ran away to Tonopah, where it was 20 degrees cooler.
Oh,
Have you been there?
I've
the
been
Mizpah
through
Hotel. And Nancy and Fred Klein, they're owners of the Mizpah Hotel up there. They had a grand opening 6 years ago when they bought the hotel. And I'm talking 1903. It's got a ghost and everything. But their son, Ramsey, opened a little club casino next door to the hotel. And they had a grand opening, and it was absolutely fantastic. They're the best hosts on the planet. This is to Nancy and Fred Klein, and they had fireworks that literally were put off right behind the hotel. You were like in a shower. It was fantastic. And then they had a Vegas band. I wish I could remember their name.
Really?
But I haven't danced like that since I was probably in my 30s. I almost said 40s, but I was 30s. Also, another cool event was, and we were just talking about the Plaza Hotel. See, I almost said Union Plaza. That's how long I've been around.
Right.
They've redone the pool on top, and now it's just like 70,000 square feet of like splash and play. And they have pickleball, which I'm a tennis player. I have been for 30-some years, and I played pickleball on the roof after 2 cocktails. It was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
just
Plaza has been around. Well, I remember I think it was 77 when Elvis passed because he was a dear friend, and I was on stage in the lounge when I got a note that Elvis had just passed away. So that's
how could you ever forget that?
Isn't that great?
Did you cry or what?
Well, I was on stage. I was performing, so it's like, yeah.
You just bottled that up, didn't you? And waited till you got off the stage.
Right.
Wow, that's really something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it has been around, and they've redone that whole, we'll have to go.
Let's go.
Yeah, the whole deck, and they have a food truck up there, which I kept going, how would you get a food truck up there? Because I missed in the RJ, they used a crane, okay? Can you believe it? They craned.
Sure.
It's all good. It's only the 5th floor. I guess if it was like the 50th floor,
maybe
that's why I couldn't
drop it off of a helicopter. I don't know.
They were determined to get that food truck up there. But it was a real fun night. And the VP, Jason, he's adorable. They all jumped in the pool, and it was like having a male wet dress shirt contest.
Fun.
I was thrilled. But it was hot, too, so it's a good place to cool off. And, oh boy, the popular game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with host Chris Harrison has relocated Bally's, and I love Bally's. That's another property that's been around
Oh.
Memories.
I started as Miss Bonanza there.
There
Before
you
it was
go.
the MGM, and now it's Bally's.
No kidding. It's Miss Bonanza? I bet
Oh.
you were adorable. Did you have cowboy boots and a hat
Oh,
on?
the whole thing. I had it all going on.
You really got a fun, exciting resume. It's just
Thank you.
amazing. And, well, this time they're looking for an enthusiastic audience and outstanding contestants. So I guess you have to be outstanding and enthusiastic. They're going to have open auditions at Bally's from 2 to 7 p.m. on July 7th through the 9th, 11th, 15th, 18th through the 22nd, and 25th through the 29th. Running out of time again. Real quick, Cindy Williams, remember Shirley Feeney on Laverne and Shirley.
Right.
She is joining Menopause the Musical as a special guest.
Wonderful.
That would only be a fun show. That's a fun show anyway, and that's at Harrah's, July 7th through August 28th. She'll be around for the heat. Welcome, Cindy. There's so much else going on, and again, I always run out of time. Go to www.vegasonlyentertainment.com under Vegas VIPs for tickets, times, and show places. See you next week.